start with Sefer Chofetz Chaim on page 212. The big topic is same relationship, and today's topic, potentially harmful relationships. In the next set of rules concerning information, which, if provided, could prevent a potential relationship, for example, business partnership, Shiur, right, hiring a worker from materializing. Okay. In these cases, Halacha differentiates between the three situations. Number one, where one suggests the relationship. Number two, where one is called on to answer question from one party concerning another. Number three, when one is in a position of volunteering information, when one is in a position of volunteering information to enter to either one of the parties about the other, though it has not been requested. So let's try to understand. So let's try to understand. So first, where one suggestion suggests the relationship. So you know that this is good guy and this is good girl. So you suggest a Shiur. Okay, one. And maybe you know something, right? That if the other side would know, they would not proceed. Let's say, right? Number two, where one is called to answer question from one party concerning the other. So they know it's your childhood friend, and they call you and ask question about this guy, right? Number three, when one is in a position to volunteer the information to either one of the parties about the other, though it has not been requested. So maybe you know the secret that this guy is actually a junkie, and he's beating up his parents every other day. So now he wants to get married. So you want to get to go ahead and warn this lady, basically. Okay, so it's three different scenarios. These three situations involve different Torah commandments, and therefore are to be dealt with using various criteria. When suggesting that someone consider entering into relationship with someone else, one must be mindful of the commandment before the blind person do not place a stumbling block. So do not say that this guy is a perfect guy, he's the most honest, go in business with him, right? If you know that he's not. It says Vayikra 19:14, which our stages interpret as admonition, not to offer advice which is not proper. So putting a stumbling block in front of the blind is, as Rashi explains, it's not only like in a literal sense, but in a figurative sense. When somebody is blind in such areas, so you cannot give him wrong advice. It is absolutely forbidden to suggest someone as a possible employee, business partner of the marriage partner, if one is aware of that. 4 or 8. Just a second. Okay. Number one, objectively speaking, it may not be good for the people involved. Right. So if you know that he's not a good worker and he's a lazy guy, just because he wants money to pay the rent, it does not mean that you're allowed to suggest him to somebody else, right? Or it does not satisfy the subjective needs and the taste of both parties. Okay. Not only it is cruel to subject people to situations that are bad for them. I mean, they trust us, and then we're going to give them the wrong advice. It is also wrong to involve the unsuspected relationships they would not have wanted, and they had they know the facts. Example of the rules will be discussed below. I mean, day after tomorrow. So I mean, if they just because somebody withdrew information, so it looks very good, but basically it's not good to give this advice to other people. All right, stop here.